I love you. Welcome back to the Couch Potatoes. It's been so long since I've said that.
It's been.
Come on in. Sit on down. We got a big old couch. You know how it is. I'm the Green Traveler from Gorsh.
And I am the Faceless Leon. Oh, welcome back to Green and Faceless on the Couch, a podcast about movies and TV. We're really sorry about just such a long hiatus. We weren't.
It was nice though.
It was not a nice break for us. But you know, we're a little bit behind, particularly on our Patreon favors. So here we are, in fact, with a potato pick. This one, who's this one come by?
I don't remember.
I think
it might have been.
It sounds like Mike and Don.
I was going to say, it's either Mike and Don or it is my dad. I know it's one of those two. And then we find out it's my mom. Sorry.
So anyhow, this is an old versus new, which, is a great segment, I think, of our show.
Oh, yeah.
That we don't do
enough.
And, in fact, our Patreon members, and if you are interested in participating with our Patreon benefits, you can go down to patreon.com/greenandfaceless. Thank you.
Yay!
And so they invented old versus new.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's great. They also like the actor spotlight thing too. I think that was them too. So come and give us some new ideas. That would be great.
Yeah. We're receptive. Give us comments, give us feedback, give us new ideas. We'll steal it all.
Yeah. And I do think that, I didn't mean to just run over it. I wanted to explain why we had such a long hiatus. I had an abdominal surgery for some hernias that were bothering me. There was really just one that was bothering me, but there was one on the equal side, on the other side of my body, that was smaller. And, it could be a birth defect. I mean, I was created in a lab at accelerated rate. So
it's always easiest to blame the creators.
That's right. And you know what? I called my mom and said that it could be a birth defect, and she said, "Don't blame me." Literal quote. And anyhow,
so you're like, you did this to me with your genetics.
Anyway,
no, my brother swears up and down that our parents are cousins because of all the weird fucking stuff that happened with him. He's like, somewhere down the line, you two had to have been related because I can hear it when a fucking bug zapper goes off, like one of those like tiny bug whistles to keep things away out of the garden. We can both hear that. It's so high pitched, but we both hear it.
That's weird.
I know why I hear it, because I'm a Gorshin. We hear things at different levels. But why the fuck he hears it, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's fucked.
Anyhow, while they were in there, they found 2 more hernias, so they fixed all that.
Oh, Jesus.
And, beforehand, when I was going into the surgery, I was told that there'd be, 3 days of pretty bad pain, and then after that, it'll be normal pain until the end of your recovery. Well, normal pain was pretty uncomfortable. So, I was able to get up and down and stuff, but, there's just every day that I felt, wow, I feel so much better. There was another day where I felt like shit and was maybe literally shitting. And my balls swelled up. Nobody needed to know that, but you should know that, okay? You should know that when you have an abdominal surgery and you have a scrotum on your body, it will swell up. It will. It was not fun. I was not expecting it. In fact, they called and they said, you might have noticed it. And I'm like, well, yeah, I did. I had to research it myself. You did not warn me.
Thanks for letting me fucking know.
I wasn't going to share that, but it might be gold.
Hey, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. I mean, I know you went through an experience, but the last time I had an abdominal surgery, I lost 40 pounds, and I'm thinking about doing it again. Yeah.
you got some extra Gorshin shit you don't need.
Yeah, I'm really considering, I'm just like, I lost my gallbladder, and that wasn't that bad. I can have my appendix taken out now. Like,
yeah.
That's gotta be the next to go, right? It's the next thing I can lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could lose a kidney, and that's not.
And then, like, maybe I'll give up some of my liver. Like,
I mean,
I don't want to give up. Yeah, I don't need to give up the kidney too bad. That one can stay for a while.
I've heard, kicked around the Milky Way, that Gorshin liver is a delicacy.
Oof, don't be telling people that. Black market's already busy enough. They don't need any more.
Speaking of the black market, this is movies about heists. We're talking about Ocean's 11.
Nice one.
Yeah, that wasn't great, but I think it worked.
Yeah, that was like, top 10 segues of the century so far, honestly.
So, in 1960, the Rat Pack, they made the movie first. And if you don't know the Rat Pack, that's Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr. There's
a lot of other people I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
okay. That makes it sound like I don't know those three that we just mentioned. I know those three that we just mentioned. I know them really well. I like them. I've seen a lot of their stuff. But most of the rest of the Rat Pack, I look at these names, I'm like, yeah, I've heard them, but I don't know it. Well, and I understand there's older, I just want to point out, I know there's older individuals out there who are going to complain because they're like, goddamn kids these days, they don't know who the fuck anybody. Well, guess what? I'm only 30.
A film reviewer.
I know, right? I'm only in my human 30s, and I've already come across the youth who don't know certain things that have upset me because I'm like, what the fuck? How do you not know who this is? Look, I get it. It's aggravating, but it's time, baby. That's what's going to happen. We're going to forget about your people's favorites.
I worked with somebody that when I said that Shrek came out when I was a kid, like maybe.
Oh my God.
Yeah. They were like, oh, I thought that came out in like the 80s. They did, I'm like, they didn't even have that kind of animation.
I know. It's like, computers weren't even a household thing.
I know. Like, I was just so dumbstruck. I was like, no, it was like 2000, I'm pretty sure, but maybe definitely not 80s. But
no.
It might have been 99, I don't know.
That makes me cry. No, my brother's girlfriend once, they came for their first Christmas with the family. Mm-hmm. And they were at my place, and I had Frank Sinatra on the vinyl playing. Mm-hmm. And I remember she mentioned, she was just like, who's Frank Sinatra? And I was just dumbfounded. I was like staring at her like, fucking what? Like, and Junior's like, please, I really like her. Just let it
go. He's a 50s and 60s star. Like, it is okay that people don't recognize his movies at this point. And yeah, he really only got his way in Hollywood because of his connections with the mafia. Yes.
What a badass.
Yeah. I think that's more fact than slander. Frank Sinatra Jr.
I don't know shit.
So,
don't be coming after us, man.
Yeah.
You sing just as beautifully as your father. Leave us the fuck alone.
Yeah. And you know what? You're probably less dirty. So,
yeah. I don't know about that.
I said probably.
Probably. That's very fair. They're both crooners.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah. Well, anyhow, the idea is that they're going to go and rob multiple casinos at the same time.
That's right.
Which is like impossible, obviously. And they think they can do it because they were a unit in World War II together. And they did a very well coordinated mission and maybe several, I don't know. But that's the deal with this movie. But the whole idea for both movies is the robbing of the casinos, multiple casinos at the same time, and having all of the era's stars in one movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Having all the big names. Like the first one, I'll just list them off. I'll list off the 11 for the first one real quick. Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Peter Lawford, Richard Conte, Joey Bishop, Henry Silva, Buddy Lester, Richard Benedict, Norman Fell, and Clem Hervey.
Yep. That's all of them, and I don't remember most of them.
Exactly. See, the first one, they're getting out 5 casinos at once. The big plan is it's New Year's Eve. They're just gonna fuck over some electrical towers and knock out the power for all these casinos and just go in there and rob them. They've all kind of like found jobs at these places. Yeah. Well planned. But in the new one, with all of the people we'll name off here in a second, they're only gonna hit 3 casinos. Less impressive. Less impressive, let's be honest.
Well, hold on a minute now.
We're 2 less casinos.
Hold on a second. We're talking about the difference between security technology in the 60s
it's very fair.
And in 2000.
And let's be honest, when you see the heists, when you see both of them, the old one is dated as fuck, and the new one has flips and shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, because everything in the 90s and 2000, like late 90s and 2000s, had to have flips and shit. It did. It had to.
Everything. We had to get an acrobat in there. Young guy.
But I think it was very good for the martial arts industry. So there you go.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I said his name wrong. I'm not quite positive. Qinshabo. Ken Shalbo plays the amazing Yin, an acrobat. And the rest of the 11 for the modern one, we have George Clooney, of course.
As Danny Ocean.
As Danny Ocean, of course.
If I recall, the only repeating name from both movies.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Because Frank Sinatra was Danny in the Rat Packer, and now we got George
Dean Martin was Sam, and Sammy was Josh.
Yeah, and Brad Pitt is the kind of like the Sam here.
Yes,
Brad Pitt plays Rusty Ryan. We also have Elliot Gould, who I've always known as Trapper John in the movie The Mash. It turns out, as I'm rewatching Friends, he's also Monica's dad.
Yeah.
Monica and Ross, of course.
Yeah.
So, for whatever reason, I've watched Friends a lot. I've never attached him to the father character. Hilarious.
He's
I love
got
him.
Some hilarious stuff in that, for sure.
Yeah. We also have Casey Affleck, Scott Conn, famous because of his daddy. No, I'm kidding. You're good too, Scott. I'm just joking with you. Eddie Jameson, Don Cheadle doing an absolutely terrible accent. It's
absolutely
Carl Reiner,
terrible.
And Matt Damon.
That was worth saying. I don't know that you needed to say that about Scott. That was just me.
I know. I was just getting a dig at him. Everybody knows James Caan. Not a lot of people know Scott. He's great. He is great.
So I don't know either.
You know James. If you look at James Caan, you know James.
Okay. I'll look at him later.
I want to find out too that he's not even related to him. Oh no, good. He is. It is. Okay. I was like, oh shit. Now we're gonna find out that he's not.
Julia Roberts is also in the second movie because we've talked James
Caan. Misery.
Oh yeah, of course.
Man in the Bed.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk a little bit more differences. One major difference between the 2000 and the 60 version. I guess it's 2001. But whatever. A big difference is that there's a romantic storyline.
Yeah.
And that's a really big difference, and that is where Julia Roberts comes in. I think I said her name already.
And I hate it.
Do you? It is definitely not necessary. I agree. But at the same time, like, the only character that I felt drawn to in the original Ocean's 11 was Richard Conte's character, Tony Bergdorf.
I don't even remember him.
He's the guy. He's the electrician character that he's the one who figures out that if he wires it a certain way, he can make Las Vegas go black for 3 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
And that he also somebody figured out that if that happened, all of the cash registers pop open and the vaults. Yeah, so that's the whole idea of their heist. It can't work without Tony, Richard Conte's character. He only signs up after getting a diagnosis that his heart's bad, and that he's probably going to die within the year or something like that. And he's doing it because he just got out of prison, and he's got a family. And so he's doing it so that they can have some money. And then at the end of the movie, spoilers, I don't know that you were going to go watch it anyways. Tony dies. At the most climactic moment, his heart just seizes up and he dies. And it's honestly like, I think the best storytelling in the movie though, too.
Yeah. Honestly, I think the movie gets better after that, which is sad to say about a heist movie.
Right.
Because it's like, you want the heist to be the most exciting part.
Right.
But honestly, it's the ending of the original Oceans that stuck with me.
But Sammy Davis Jr. does sing.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah. They really know how to use Sammy Davis Jr. in this movie.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad, let's be honest. Like, I think he only had, 2 lines in a song.
He was the garbage truck man. That's what they used him for. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the characters had their own reasons for joining it, but just Richard Conte's character was the only one I cared about. I didn't even care about Danny Ocean at all. Yeah.
No, I didn't either.
I think
has there's something I like about it, which is the getting the crew back together. You know, it kind of has that. I mean, modern day Fast and Furious is obviously ripped off this a lot. Right. But Peter Straub wrote a novel, I want to say it's called Coco. I can't remember exactly, but it's about, a group of Vietnam vets who are being haunted by something. And there's another, Chadwick Boseman. One of Chadwick Boseman's last films, The Five Bloods, is pretty similar too, where it's like a group of vets getting together to go back and find the treasure they left behind. I like that idea of getting this well coordinated, soldiers are going to be some of the best coordinated individuals you can find. Them and synchronized swimmers. They're gonna get in sync pretty well, and them pulling off a heist. I like that. That sounds pretty interesting.
I think I want to elate it more to figure skating, because those people have to trust each other for sure.
That's very fair. Okay, synchronized diving.
Now that shit is scary.
Can't.
Yeah, I watched that.
That shit that was.
Oh
my god,
crazy.
How do you do that? That is so crazy. To
one
get
girl almost fell off the
that.
edge of the dive this year.
And the other one was like, "Fuck, gotta match that."
No, but there was definitely a significant difference in their height, flip time, and splash.
Fuck. Well, they lost.
And don't forget that in ladies gymnastics, they have to do a routine to music, and they have to use their face in the routine. They get judged by their face, but they don't have to do music routines in the men's gymnastics.
You tell them.
Mm-hmm.
Bullshit. I've got no stake in this argument. I only watch women's gymnastics. I actually have not watched the men's gymnastics.
Well,
sorry, guys.
It's just as hot, and they don't have music. No, actually, the guy who got gold on I think the pommel horse is what it's called. The one where you just dance around with your hands. His routine was amazing. It was awesome.
Okay, to be fair, I did see that one. Yeah. I'm talking specifically like floor routine. I don't typically watch there.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's an event. I'm not sure.
No.
It might be.
I have no idea.
Don't quote me. Getting back to heist movies.
But no, I like the idea behind the original one, but it's the ending that sticks with me because, I mean, to spoil it further, you know, there's a private investigator who gets involved, and he discovers what's going on in the heist, and he's like, I want half. And they're just like, no. And so they have this big plan where they're using poor Tony, honestly.
It's like his stepdad, too. Dean Martin's stepdad.
Yeah, it's it's ridiculous. But they have this big plan. Oh, is it? It's not Cesar Romero.
Yeah, it was Cesar Romero.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Duke Santos is the
Cesar Romero, the good old Joker. Yeah. He's another big name.
As a human being instead of I mean, it's a great character. I mean, that show was so campy that, it works.
And he definitely does a good job here, too. I'm not going to deny that.
The fact that he doesn't shave his mustache for it, though, is so fucking funny.
But basically, to get around the private investigator figuring it out, they stow the cash in Tony's coffin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But then Tony's wife has him cremated, so nobody gets the fucking cash in the end.
Nobody. But they did put aside $10,000 for his widow, and she did get that.
Exactly. Yeah. Which is very nice. I do like that. I love the ending of the original one.
Yeah, it's good.
But the difference is, in the modern one, I love the fucking heist. And most of the whole movie. I love the planning. I love the heist. Yeah. The only thing I don't love is the stupid romance arc, mainly because I don't understand why Julia Roberts' character likes Danny at the end. Just because the other guy says, I'm going to give up money for you. And then she's just like, oh, I hate him. That allows me to open my heart back up for Danny. And it's just like, why?
Yeah.
This guy is so fucking obviously obsessed and weird.
Yeah. But, I think, her realizing that he was just trying to show her that he was a bad dude.
Right.
And didn't care about her. That part I got, but yeah, I mean, if the movie was actually about him trying to convince her about that'd be great. But as the movie tries very hard to point out, he was in it for the money. He was using Tess as part of the con.
He's using her as part of the plot.
Yeah.
He's doing it all out of jealousy and revenge. Don't get me wrong, I love Danny Ocean in this. I mean, George Clooney is a charming fucking
Frank
man.
Sinatra's character, for sure.
Oh yeah, easily. I mean, Frank Sinatra is also charming. Don't get me wrong, but George Clooney has this just charisma
he's
great is wonderful.
Film. He just knows what he's doing on camera, and he's always George Clooney. But and that's why he wasn't a good Batman. But that's okay.
But when he's matched up with Brad Pitt and Matt Damon though in their roles, it sings. Yeah. It's good chemistry.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole crew has good chemistry. It's very similar to the Fast and Furious movies where it's like everybody does actually kind of feel like family. You know, they're all kind of bickering and arguing, but they're working together to get this shit done. And it's even funnier because there's a moment where Brad Pitt is teaching a lot of famous people how to play poker.
Yeah.
And I loved it. You had Topher Grace, Joshua Jackson, and Holly Mary Combs from Charmed. What? That's what I know her from, at least.
Topher Grace. Did you mention Topher Grace?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Yeah. That was
I fucking love that. It was so funny.
It was the worst. It was so cringy.
It really was, but it's so good. But it's just you have all these real celebrities acting like they don't know that they're working with Brad Pitt. They're working with Rusty Ryan. It's so stupid. I love it.
Oh, man. Well, Yeah, Topher Grace makes a total fool of himself, too, as Topher Grace, which is hilarious.
Yeah, he really plays himself as just a straight asshole.
Yeah.
It's so
like
funny.
it's like
got a Rob Schneider like attitude.
It's like Eric if he went to a frat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's so funny and stupid, and I love it. And that's another thing about the new one is I love it. It's fast paced. Steven Soderbergh, the director, he has this very unique editing style that keeps his movies moving. For the Ocean's movie, I think his editing style is perfect. It gets the montages not feeling annoying; they feel important. You're watching all these montages, and instead of me complaining about no character development, the montages are important. They're getting the boring stuff of the heist out of the way. We don't want to sit and watch every single aspect of it. If I recall,
his thing is that the montage is always moving.
Always moving. Many different images on the screen, usually different clips happening at once with an a narrator being like, and this is what's going to happen on the day. Yeah. And, it's that kind of a thing where it's like montage he's describing the plan as it's happening.
Good if you are making it artistic. Like if you're making artistic choices with it, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it really works here. In other Soderbergh movies, his editing has bothered me a little bit, but here it's phenomenal. It really works. It keeps the film going. It's fast-paced, and most importantly, it made me want to watch the sequels because I got to the end of it, and I was like, oh, God, I love these guys. I want to see them do another heist already. And then they get Andy Garcia as the villain.
It takes a while.
The guy they're robbing.
Oh, yeah. His name is Benedict, and he's dating Tess. Yeah. That's right.
And then in later ones, I think in the third one, they have to use him as part of the heist. He's the 13th member, and it's so funny. It's like, it's a good trilogy arc that I'm just like, I still haven't watched the sequels, but I'm just like, yeah.
Maybe we'll do a sequel smash.
I kind of want to.
On that sometime.
That'd be fun. Because I enjoy it. It's really fun. I like the newer better. I think they did it better. You have better characters who actually stick with you. I mean, we've dogged on Don, mostly me. We've dogged on Don Cheadle for his accent, bad. But that made him stick out.
I guess it did. but I mean, he could have been a Don Cheadle character though.
Exactly. He didn't have to be British.
I think it was just because the script was written that way, and it's like, okay, but if you can't find a guy that can do it right. I mean, it's just...
If he's doing a very bad accent, just scrap it.
Maybe it wasn't as bad. Maybe we only feel like it's bad because we know what Don Cheadle's supposed to sound like.
No, it's bad. It was bad. There are moments, and you're the one who normally notices these moments. I don't normally notice them. Normally it's hard for me to notice accent breaks. When people, accidentally slip into their old accent. I noticed him slipping 8 fucking times. Where it's just he would say something, I was like, that wasn't British.
That would have been really funny if somebody else said that in the movie. That wasn't British.
You're not British.
It's like, damn, man. You got me. Finally, I can stop doing this accent.
Finally, I'm freed. But no, I give the original one, I give it 2.5 out of 5 stars. It's forgettable, but it's still good. It's a heist movie whose ending stuck with me, and honestly, that's what you want from a movie, is the ending to stick with you. Obviously, it's got to, it's the biggest part. But with the new one, I loved everything about it except for the romance. Everything else was funny, fast-paced, and great, and I give it 4 out of 5 stars.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and just stamp both of them with the full face. I think, if you're interested in the Rat Pack, Ocean's 11 is a good one to even start with. Can't say I've watched that many other of them, if any. But it was a decent movie. It was a decent movie, but yeah, if we didn't read the synopsis, I don't think I would remember much besides Richard Conte's character at that, you know.
Yeah.
But
fair.
Ocean's 11 2001, I would say is more memorable, but I've just never honestly been super into the genre in general. And I think I like
That's fair.
one of the other sequels better. I don't remember. But I remember watching those two as a kid. I don't remember ever watching this one, honestly. But
Actually, it's the Italian Job. They're all the same movie. Let's be honest. They're all the same.
They're all the same movie. And
except for Ocean's 8, because that has women in
You're
it.
right. I forgot. I guess we could do that as a trilogy triumvirate.
No, we'll pair it. We'll pair it with Ghostbusters 2016, and we'll just do like the.
Oh no, because that's gonna make it feel like we're shitting on the idea of remakes with female cast, and
Except Ocean's 8 is actually not too bad.
I haven't
if I remember
seen
it correctly. It's like
because I thought it was gonna be
if I
bad.
remember it, it's no, that's fair. I don't remember it, but that's only because it was like in a year where I watched 60 movies that were new that year. You know, so it's like I don't honestly remember it, but I don't remember hating it.
Yeah.
But maybe I'll pull up my review for it from like 6 or 7 years back or whatever, and I'll find that it had like a 1.5 star, and I'll be like, oh, fuck.
Oh, Jesus.
Who knows?
So yeah, I think that's the show. Really, we decided that 2001 at the very least is a more memorable movie.
Yeah. If you're gonna go Ocean's 11, go new.
Yeah, because honestly, you
say.
got a whole franchise there too if you like heist movies. And for a heist movie franchise, it's fun. There's a lot of stars in it, and the stars have good chemistry.
Oh yeah.
So there you go.
And it's got Brad Pitt, and he's very hot.
That's true.
And he's in his prime.
That's true. And Matt Damon, while he still looks like he could be a college student before he became a dad.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Well, before he became born.
But yeah.
Just bulked the fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah, that was it, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But it became dad very quickly after that.
That's true. That's very true.
And I'm good with that. You know, he's still a good-looking dad. But he's a dad.
That should be the circle of life.
It is. You're right.
You know, hot and supple college student. Beefy dad bod, and then just dad bod.
Yeah, I'm just realizing I'm in that part of the circle. I got the dad bod now. Shit.
Yeah.
You know, my brother.
But not beefy dad bod. No offense.
Huh? Not a beefy.
Not beefy dad bod. No offense.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Well, I still strong. Still strong. It's still
You're
strong.
still strong. You're still very strong. Yeah. But you don't have the 8-pack.
No, I don't have the 8-pack.
Wait, 6-pack.
Yeah, I'm more.
How many packs are there? How many abs can you have?
I think it's usually 6, but some people can have 12. You know, just like nipples.
Jesus Christ!
So that's the end of the show.
My name's Ted. I got 12 nipples. That's my fun fact.
Most nipples in Narple County.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Russians have hidden nipples.
Oh, really?
And I am the Green Traveler from there.
And I am the Faceless Leon.
I'm not telling where they're
the
at.
Slime underneath the counter. Safe travels and good nights.
Green and Faceless on the Couch is a proud production of FictionWorks 19. Are you a fan of the show? Feel free to contact us at greenandfacelessfans@gmail.com or visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/greenandfaceless. Thank you so much for listening.